Who is the main villain in Dispatch? The Superhero Dispatch Network, SDN, is made up of reformed supervillains. While most seem to be doing the right thing and following orders, others do their own thing. Blonde Blazer, head of the SDN, is visibly irritated by this and wants a miracle.
That is correct.
Your own motley crew of dangerous fuck-ups.
We're not looking for miracles, but we'd love one if we could get it.
Now, if I'm being honest, I thought and still think we should have canned these tunas months ago.
And you might get your wish, because if we don't see improvements soon, the whole program will be scrapped.
Cool. No pressure.
Robert Robertson, aka Mecha Man, has only joined the SDN because his suit got severely damaged, forcing him into a superhero retirement, and on the request of Blonde Blazer. He's been tasked with bringing order to the chaos, so it's safe to presume Mecha Man will be the hero of the story. But what about the rest? Flambe is Mecha Man's nemesis, but while he is predictably a bad guy, his attacks seem pretty straightforward. However, why he's doing it is not explained. Malevola is clearly a devil, so it seems she would be a villain, but that looks to be too obvious and cliche. Invisigal is an interesting character.
Invisigal, who you met, turned herself in a few months ago and entered the program on the condition we didn't ask questions.
That's a little suspicious now.
Suspicious? Really? Of a criminal that turns invisible and doesn't like to answer questions? What tipped you off, Sherlock?
Being introduced as a rogue and her intentions being unpredictable makes her difficult to place. In this clip, she appears to attack Malevola. However, Malevola enjoys the exchange, leading to Invisigal's confusion. There is an unknown character hidden in the reflection in this moment, shows Invisigal detaining him. So it looks like she has infiltrated the SDN and may be a good person after all. Gollum, he's a walking statue that mumbles this and that, not really much to go by. If he was a villain, there's not much story building for us to care, so it looks doubtful. Chase being a villain would be a surprise, as he seems like a very chill dude, and he has some history with Mecha Man. However, he is a wise guy, so it's possible he knows what's going on, but can't say anything, i.e. under control. A similar story goes for Royd. While he doesn't have history with Mecha Man, he's very friendly and focused on the work. Prism and Coupe we don't get to know too much about, so it's impossible to place them yet. Same goes for Punch-Up. Sona may be a villain despite his background as a Harvard graduate.
Who will not shut the fuck up about being a Harvard graduate like all Harvard graduates.
Who also orchestrated some of the most effective Silicon Valley investment frauds in US history. Also,
sometimes he transforms into a fucking bat monster that would eat you ass first after he emptied your pension plan.
So let's take a closer look at Blonde Blazer. Her costume looks to be mainly inspired by Supergirl, but the colours are different. It's possible the inspiration for this is Invincible. Invincible is a show about Mark Grayson, who is Ultramite. His father is Omni-Man, who was tasked with preparing Earth for destruction. He wishes for Mark to be his aide in this, however Mark is half human and has empathy. They fight and his father leaves. Mark is conflicted with his allegiance to humans on Earth and his violent instincts, which leads to unpredictability in his judgment. Supergirl, like Superman, is from planet Krypton, and her powers are adversely affected by kryptonite. However, there are different types of kryptonite. Green is the most commonly depicted, which cripples Supergirl. There is also a red type, which leads to temporary and unpredictable physical and mental changes in Kryptonians. Look very closely at Blonde Blazer's outfit. That could be red kryptonite right in the center. Based on this, I propose Blonde Blazer is pure of heart, however she is heavily under the influence of this crystal. This is leading her to have a split personality. One that cares for Mecha Man and wants to work hard to bring harmony to the SDN. The other one wants to destroy it from the inside and use the supervillains to wreak havoc on the world. There is a shadow looming over her. Mecha Man's main story will be to rein in the supervillains at SDN, but his biggest challenge will be to save his love, Blonde Blazer, or perhaps allow himself to also be corrupted and take her side. Which path will you choose in Dispatch, and do you think Blonde Blazer is a real villain, or am I way off?
Oh, no, I refuse to believe.
You know what? Help yourself.
You sent someone?